All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, first of all, for being on our meeting tonight. This meeting is actually sponsored and hosted. Well, I'm actually your host, but Shannon, I'm putting the wrong way. I want to put. See, sometimes when you're looking at the screen, you're pointing the wrong way. So Shannon is over here. Uh, okay, so you should be able to see it. So, what?
Hold on, baby.
Let me see.
Somebody got
Somebody didn't. I didn't mute somebody. Okay.
uh-huh.
Well, okay. Well, listen, I can do that expeditiously. All right. Once again, let me just tell you that this is our meeting for tonight. And for those who've been with us for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we're in the three, right? Yeah. Next week will be
Yeah,
the last one. Yeah. And for
yeah.
those of you who have been with us, please, our heartfelt thanks. And for those who are joining us for the first time tonight, please feel free to join us at any point of the meeting. We're going to start by going over to Shannon and gotta get it right, and have her go ahead and give us an opening, and then we will have our Dr. Brinson to follow up, and then we will open it up for our young people tonight. So, having said
Yeah.
that, Shannon, it's in your hands.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm super, super excited. I'm always hyped anyway. I have a lot of energy, but I am super, super excited about this Zoom tonight, because it's all about our young people. And we're going to talk a bit about Young Brilliant Minds, a nonprofit organization that was started by a young gentleman. And he just gonna come on and talk. If not, I serve as a mentor for the organization. I'm going to bring the noise. We have some of our YBM members on board, people who have been come through and affiliated with the organization. Just positive energy, positive energy, positive energy. So with that being said, but we're going to get more into that in a moment. It's me, your girl, Shannon Campbell, all day, every day. I just love saying that. I'm back again. I'm bringing you this Zoom, bringing it to our young people so we could bring the noise. I got my hoodie on. I'm ready. I got my big girl earrings on. Woo, woo, woo. And I am so hyped. I'm ready. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Brinson. With all that's been going on and our young people have been stressing, it's been a lot going on with the COVID-19. The numbers have been increased, and just our state of mind is at jeopardy as well, along with this COVID-19. So in order for you to be able to cope and understand and how to deal with that, young people, I bring you Dr. Brinson. She's going to bring down the house, and when she's finished, we're going to open this up, and we got some good people in the house, and we're ready to tear it up on this TV today. Go ahead, Dr. Brinson. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. Go right ahead, Doc. Doc, let me unmute you. Let me unmute you. Let me unmute you.
How's that?
There you go. There
All
you
right.
go.
That was a lot. That was a lot for me to follow up on. All right, but I'm ready for the challenge. How you doing, everybody? I'm Dr. Brinson. I am a licensed psychologist and pediatric cannabis consultant, born and raised in Miami Gardens. So tonight I stand before you not only as a community resource, but a support of Shannon Campbell. I'm wearing my hood and my big girl earrings. Um, so let me tell you a little bit about what I do. First, I'm located 18425 Northwest 2nd Avenue, which is the Lincoln Square building on 441. But for you younger folk, it's across the street from Tootsie's, all right? That big building across the street from Tootsie's. I'm there on the 5th floor. Basically what I do there, I have a community behavioral health agency, and I do psychological evaluations to rule out things like learning problems, emotional concerns, things that kind of stand in the way from you being your best academically and socially, like stuff like ADHD, depression. I also educate the community on the uses of CBD, cannabinoids, to kind of help with the symptoms of anxiety and depression and all those things that stand in the way of you being your best self. Most importantly, we do a lot of counseling with young people. We try to help them stay encouraged. We give them the tools to kind of manage their emotions, give them a space to feel safe and grow. I just want to say one thing to my parents right now. I know this is a hot issue when it comes to the upcoming school year, okay? Your kids are going to learn. What we cannot afford to do is to put their health at risk and your health at risk, grandma's health at risk, and everybody else's health at risk, okay? I know it is stressful, and I know we don't know what's going to happen, but I want you to trust, right, that the school system is going to provide us with enough resources, right? Your kids will be educated. If you feel that your kid needs to talk to somebody, they're stressed out, please just give us a call. We're doing groups with parents, we're doing groups with kids, we're doing groups with teenagers. We want everybody to understand that this is new normal. Nobody knows what's going on. I encourage you to not spend so much time on social media. I encourage you to spend some time learning new skills, right? Learning new skills, working on ways to adjust in this new normal, because that's what it's going to take for us to move through this. Stay home, yes, but do go outside and get some fresh air. Do take your shoes off and walk in the grass, and do go out and vote, all right?
Hey.
So, yeah, I'm Dr. Brinson. I'm a licensed psychologist. We could talk about the uses of CBD. We could talk about anything that you want. I have licensed psychologists on staff. I have mental health clinicians on staff. So we're here to support you, okay? And again, if you have Medicaid, all these services are free, all right? And during this pandemic, even if you don't have insurance, give us a call. We will see you for free, because it's so important that our community understands that these resources are in place. That's all I got. Thank you so much.
All right. Let's do this. Do we have any questions for Dr. Brinson at this time? So that, we can go ahead and work that out, because maybe you have something you need to add or want to say. If so, you can unmute yourself. And no, we're good.
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, Miss Bethel.
My name is Alicia. I'm with the Black Nurses in Broward in the National Council of Negro Women. I would like to ask Dr. Brinson, what are the common issues or barriers that you're seeing amongst our youth today?
You mean in terms of COVID or just in general?
In terms of dealing with COVID.
Okay.
Have you seen more depression, more anxiety, more acting out?
That's a good question. I'm seeing a significant increase in the level of unemployment, which leads to a significant increase in domestic violence, child abuse, neglect. So that is definitely on the rise. I'm also seeing a lot of parents that think that they're hiding their stress from their children when they're only making it worse, right? We have got to validate what our kids are experiencing. Don't tell them to go sit down, it's gonna be all right, shut up. No, they're listening, they're reading, they're on TikTok, they're all over the place. So they understand that something is not quite right. So a lot of things that I wanna tell parents about is, talk to your children, validate their feelings, and understand they're used to being with their peers X amount of hours out the day. They haven't seen their peers in months. It's easy for us to sneak away and go hang out with our girlfriends, but our kids are not having those opportunities. So we have to listen to them. And I think that explains a lot of what I'm seeing in terms of anxiety and depression. Parents have stopped giving their children the necessary medications that they've been on all school year, thinking because they're at home, they don't need them. Yes, they need them. They need to feel as stable as possible.
Good question, good answer.
Yes, thank you for that information that I can take back. Another concern of mine, are there any available resources for those parents whose kids are on medication? Because some parents are losing their employment. So is there a particular resource that may help with pay the cost or deviate the cost of like Ritalin or some of the other medications kids may be on?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to psychiatric resources, that is kind of beyond the scope of my practice. At my practice, I always like to start my clients out with things like CBD, meditation and yoga, mindfulness activities. However, when it comes to a situation where a parent will require or really needs that medication for their kid, I would suggest that they go to places like New Horizons Community Health Center. I know they offer some services for children that are undocumented. And I'm sure there's some other resources I just can't call off the top of my head. But if you send me an email, I can definitely lead you to the right direction.
Okay. How does CBD help the children?
Okay, so very simply, this
Because I
CBD.
may need some.
No, listen. CBD has been so helpful for not only children, we use it with adults, and we also use it with pets. Perfect example, on the 4th of July, a lot of people's pets went absolutely ballistic because of the noise, right? But those pets that we treat with CBD, they were chilling. They were absolutely chilling because what allows it calms down the central nervous system. And that's the exact same thing it will do with a child, or my pediatric population. You're not high. You're not going to feel the effects like you would of a Ritalin. It's going to literally just cause you to chill the same way you would chill right before, maybe about 20 before you go for a nap, right? You're not sleep, but you're in a nice, calm place where you can kind of think and take some things in. So what I found is with the use of CBD, the central nervous system is calmed down, so kids are able to listen and understand things better, because it's like a constant in their head. It's like a motor going, right? And the motor is okay, but you just wanted to slow down enough for you to understand what's going on around you. So I found it to be very, very helpful with the pediatric population.
All right. Sounds good to me. Doc, if you could, in our chat box, could you put your information about the address and the phone number, and maybe since you mentioned that she could email you, then maybe you could put your email address in there as well.
Absolutely. I will put the website address, the email, and we also are doing a lot of work I wanted to mention with men right now, because I don't know if I said this before, but the incidence of anger management has gone up significantly, right? Yeah. So what we're doing, like, for example, my husband is out now. He runs a life coaching group. So he's taking the guys out, they're going fishing once or twice a week. Just a way to kind of get out, you know, and disconnect and reconnect with the environment, you know. Yeah. It is very therapeutic. Fishing is very, very therapeutic for me. And so I just want people to know that that resource is there as well.
Okay, sounds good. Kiara says she agrees. She typed in the chat box that she agrees. So make sure you leave your information in that chat box for us. Okay. And Ms. Bethel says, thank you, Dr. Brinson, for the information on CBD and our youth.
Yes.
All right. Any more questions for the doctor? All right. Okay. That someone is typing right now. Is they're saying something. I'll give them that moment to finish that typing thought. I'll come back. Okay. And they ask, what are your recommendations for adults? And I do have for adults. What are your recommendations for adults?
For adults, okay, the thing with adults is we've got to get real about our stress level, right?
Yeah.
We've got to get real. We've got to be able to identify what stressors look like for us, right? When we think about stresses, we think about us being overly anxious, right? But stress also looks like overspending. Everybody's on Amazon. Everybody's on Facebook 3, 4, 6, 8 hours a day.
I was stressed. I come over and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to sleep.
You gotta mute somebody.
I'm trying to find out where they at. Hey, we can hear you.
Got to acknowledge the stress, the triggers, you know, what's really going on, the overeating, the drinking, the sexually acting out, the Amazon, the social media, all those are indicators that you are in a stress zone. Okay. Yeah. So I would advise you, like I always say, it's okay to log off social media. It's
Hello.
the first thing that we pick up in the morning and the last thing that we put down before we go to sleep. You can control that, right? Boom, there's the big takeaway. You can control that, right? Put the phone down, step away from that, but for most of the day. I give myself maybe 30 minutes a day on social media, and that's it, okay? If I hear the word entanglement one more time, okay, we focus on the wrong stuff, you know? And remember, there are therapists that you can talk to. You are not alone in this. We're all going through this in one way or another. It's impacting us in different ways. So don't think that you're alone. Reach out to a mental health professional like myself, you know, and just talk about the issues. And again, use CBD. CBD is helpful. CBD can be used all day, every day. It doesn't show up on your drug test. You know, it's not weed. It's not going to get you high, but it will allow your central nervous system to bring itself into balance.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Miss Alicia Bethel says, thank you for the information. And then when you talked about the entanglement, she said, I'm in an entanglement. I don't know if she, well, that went out to everybody, so I was saying, I don't know if she meant to tell everybody that, but apparently she did.
That's funny. Right.
All right, we have the doc's information in the chat box. If you want to look at the chat box and get the information, write it down. That's the only way you'll be able to get it because I can't send it to you. All right. Anything else for the doctor? Cause she fired up, she ready. You know.
Yeah. I love it. High energy.
Yeah, I was gonna drop my phone. You know, talking about get out the entanglement stuff. I mean. He said, "You have the choice. You can choose to back away from."
You can choose. It won't cost you nothing. It won't cost you nothing to turn your phone off.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's it.
That's real.
That's gonna be. You're gonna need a lot of CBD on that one if you're gonna try to drop that off. Someone asked, Ms. Bethel is asking. She says, "What are some simple meditation methods for kids?"
Okay, there we have something called yoga pretzels that we use with kids. And one of my favorite ones is called snake breath, right? So let's all do it together, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, and when you inhale, the belly should distend out, right? So when you think about inhaling, we do this. No, when you inhale, I want your belly to distend out, okay? I want you to, when you do that, I want you to hold it for a few seconds, and when I say release, you're going to, like a snake, right? And when you do that, you're going to realize that your shoulders and everything else is coming down, right? Let's try it together. Y'all ready? Let's inhale. And exhale slowly, like a snake. Like a snake. You should feel your shoulders coming down. You should feel your upper body relaxing. You should feel more clarity. Kids can do this 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Okay? And it will allow them to relax. This works for kids, it works for adults. Another one of my favorite ones is, I can't really show you, but if you email me, I'll send you some good yoga poses. It's kind of like a fetal position, but you're just dropping down and you just hang. You just hang until you feel all of that anxiety go from your arms through your fingertips and out. Okay, so those are two of my favorite ones, but if you call me and email me, I will share a lot more with you.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, good. I'm about to call you because that little hanging down thing, it sounds pretty good.
It is. It's really good.
But I'm going to use that classic cliche. I can't breathe.
I can't.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It says Joseph. Joseph says, I'm sorry for my lateness, but
Welcome, Joe.
But there has been an increase of violence with our young folks since, let me see if it went, since young folks, increased violence by young folks since COVID-19 is you equipped, okay, I guess, are you equipped to handle our youth that might need that serious counseling or that type of serious counseling?
And to answer to that question is yes. We've been doing trauma counseling for at least 15 years. The last trauma that we endured was Parkland. And as you can imagine, right, we dealt with that for about 6 months straight. It was nonstop intensive trauma therapy. My staff is clinically trained. They're able to do visits telehealth, so you don't have to leave the comfort of your home. And most of us are certified in working with young people. And that happens to be my specialty, working with young adults. Because I know there's that delicate crossover between not being a kid anymore and not quite having all the opportunities that you would have as an older adult. So yes, we are ready and prepared to work with that population. As a matter of fact, for the past 5 years prior to COVID, I was the director and only counselor on the campus of Florida Memorial University. So I've handled caseload of 1,300 children, students, faculty, and staff. So yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, she ready. She qualified.
All right. Joseph also wants to know, how are you getting your information out to those folks?
So mostly, Joseph, through social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. A lot of my stuff is word of mouth. Again, I was born and raised in Miami Gardens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm from here. A lot of the people that I work with in terms of clients, I went to school with their parents and, and their grandparents. So people in the community know me. I have a really good reputation.
That's what's up.
All right.
That's it, right?
Okay. Any further questions? Because we got ready to begin ready to shift. We get ready to shift.
Yeah.
All right. So to tell you where I'm going, let me go here. And Joseph also wants to know, are you dealing with seniors that might need your help?
Seniors as in senior citizens. Senior citizens is not my area of expertise. However, I have a therapist in my office that does specialize in senior citizens as well as grief counseling.
What happened?
Nothing?
Hello?
You hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
I thought it was Dr. Brinson.
Oh, Dr. Brinson, she stopped talking.
No, I responded about the seniors. Was there something else?
Yeah, you went out. When you started talking, it went out.
Did
It? Okay.
Because I heard she said that that's not her area of expertise.
That's not my area of expertise. However, we have a clinician. My practice has a clinician that specializes in senior citizens as well as grief therapy.
Okay.
All right.
That might be the part you missed. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you, Doctor. Glad to have you on with all that good information. Sparked a lot of conversation. Let me check the last chat before we move. Oh, Joseph finally says thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
All right.
Look forward to hearing from you.
All right. We're going to shift now to our young, brilliant minds. And Shannon, I'm going to let you spear point this for me so that we'll know who you want to come up first. And I will unmute. In fact, you know what? If you all can keep the noise down in the background, I'm going to unmute everybody. So,
all right.
Let me see. So,
all right. Now, y'all behave.
Let's see.
All right.
Alicia says, Dr. Brinson, I'll be contacting your office to see if I can get some directions and some details, as she wants to have a nice private conversation with you, I imagine.
Absolutely, Alicia. Please give us a call. Looking forward to it, okay?
Okay. I'm asking you, if I can't unmute you, I'm asking you to unmute yourself. So if you should see a little signal that says that you're being asked to unmute, go ahead and do that. Answer yes, and we can do that. Okay, let me see. Naila, let's see. Okay, I think.
You ready?
I got most people that's not one of our mute, but you know what? They'll jump in, they'll get in where they fit in. All right.
Yes.
It's on you, Shannon.
All right. Like I said at the top of this Zoom, I'm super excited. I'm hyped. I got my hoodie on. I'm trying to look young. Hey, because it's all about the young folks today. Thank you, Dr. Brinson, for that great information, very informative. And just to let everybody know this is what Shannon Campbell is about. I'm connected to the right people. We got history. This ain't just started. So you guys got to know what you're bringing to the table. And that's me, Shannon Campbell, all day, every day. So fast forward. Young Brilliant Minds is an organization providing insight into how giving back works, makes all the difference in your future economic situation, okay? Leading by example can sometimes be challenging, for our young people, okay? But taking part in the Young Brilliant Minds organization, we make sure that they learn the appropriate skills by way of mentorship, entrepreneurship, and service. Okay, that's very important. I want to make that clear. So now, with that being said, I got some members, some people who've come through the organization. They're all young people. And before I move forward, I'm going to give out the website. It's ybminds.com. That's the letter Y, the letter B as in boy, and the word minds, MINDS.com. And you'll see it on the screen with Mr. Williams, put it back on the screen. But check it out. You'll see what we got going on. I got a young lady who's on the line, I believe, Kiara. She's came through, we mentored her. She was a little shy in the beginning, and I kind of took her under the wings and we worked with her. Now she's going on, she's going on to some fabulous and great things. She's writing, we pushed her, we just say, you gotta do this. We gave her what she needed. She's writing, she's a fabulous poet. She came to a lot of our events and she spit the truth. It was just amazing. So I'm gonna start with that young lady first, and we'll move on to you, Jaquan. I know you're on the line, and I'm super excited for you as well. But Kiara, you got the floor. Let them know what you got going on. Hey.
Hello, everybody. I wasn't gonna show my face because I'm still in this quarantine look. I look a mess. But yes, I met Miss Campbell through my mom. Her and my mother grew up together. And yeah, she kind of just took me under her wing. And of course, yes, I was shy. In fact, my first event we did, I forgot my poem for like a split minute. It is all good. But yes, since she has mentored me, I have since started a nonprofit organization for women where we provide help for financially, mentally, physically, however you need help. We're that sisterhood that builds you up to give you the help that you need. And that organization is called Stepping in My Stilettos, Inc. You can email me more for info at steppinginmystilettosinc@gmail.com. Our website is currently under construction, so I don't want to give you that because I'm working on it. Also, I have a podcast on Spotify and Anchor with Kiki Sky's Poetry. I have a book coming out in September. We pushed it so many times because of COVID. So we're going to have a drive-through book signing instead of the initial idea that we had. And that will be in September. That's up and coming. And I'm just writing. I have more books coming out, but that's the one that's called Born Knowing It All. It's a children's book. And I'm just super excited because I didn't think I would be able to do all these things in a million years. I just was writing, but I never published anything. I didn't think people would take to it. I don't know. We are our worst enemy. We truly are our worst enemy. And I'm just super excited for what's to come.
All right. What's your Facebook, Instagram page? Give us that handle so they can find you.
I'll put it in the chat, but Instagram is at Sims_Strangers to Sisters. You said who's my publisher? Okay, I'll put all in the chat. It's the lady I work with, Miss Niger. And she helped me. Miss Shannon was supposed to help me, but she's super busy. I understand. So
I got your back, though. You know it.
I understand. It's all love, but you gave me the push I needed. But I'll put everything in on the chat.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Any questions for Kiara before I switch gears to the young man that's on the line? Any questions? All right. All right, we gonna keep it moving. Jaquan, you there? I saw your name on the line. You still there, Jaquan?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, I'm
Hey,
here.
there go my guy. Listen, this young brother right here, we connected. You know, that's my personal model where connections is making the lifestyle. You know, we gotta stay connected to the right people. I just want the people on this Zoom and out there in the world when they watch this to see who Shannon Campbell is connected to and the great work that I'm doing behind the scenes, because I'm really not a person that's out there, but I'm out there. So basically, this young man has helped us with the website, Young Brilliant Minds. We were connected, and he's been building the website, that very same website I told you to go to, ybminds.com, where you can see product, everything what we're about, the movement. We ask that you get on there, join up. Our membership is only $30. You can't beat that. And you get a shirt, all of that. And if you could look at my wrist, I got even Susan, who's affiliated with our program, Bullets for Life. I know you guys have heard of her. She did the YBM bracelet. You can purchase these on the website as well. This hoodie I got on is absolutely awesome. It's YBM. There you go, baby. We got everything that you may want to support the organization, but mostly it's really about our young people. It's really about coaching them, making sure that they turn what gift or talent that they may have into an entrepreneurship and be able to give back with service. That's very important to me, and it's really what I was taught, and that's why I reach out. You saw Kiera as the young lady, because we ladies first, and I have Jaquan. He's going to give you his handle and tell you how he's affiliated, his work he's done with us, and how you can reach him and what he's got going on, because he's an absolutely amazing young man. Go ahead, Jaquan, you got the floor.
Wow. Well, I appreciate the introduction. You know, can't really beat that. And it's nice to meet everybody. Again, my name is Jaquan Peterson, and I was working with Miss Shannon on the YB Young Brilliant Minds website. You know, we got connected because she was looking to expand, grow the website, you know, reach new audiences. And that's kind of what I do for a living. You know, since graduating college, I actually graduated from an entrepreneurship program at my university, FSU. So, you know, they kind of encouraged me at that point to think outside of the box. You know, I knew I wanted to do something in business, but, you know, I kind of looked at it as more, and I'm sorry, guys, you know, it's storming here, so excuse that.
That's all right.
But, you know, I wanted to do something more creative. You know, when you think of business, it's typically, you know, you think of accounting and finance, which is great, very important. But a lot of times people don't think of the creative aspect of it. They think you can't really do anything creative within the business world. And that's kind of what I took and ran with. So my company is called the Web Design Spot. You know, I took it from just doing graphics. You know, I would do like graphics for different groups and organizations on campus, like their flyers and everything. And then slowly I got into the web design element of it. And from there, you know, I started building all types of websites. You know, I would build it for friends first, just to kind of, you know, get my experience up. But over time, you know, and just through the word of mouth, more and more people started reaching out, you know, different businesses, different industries. And, you know, I just love working in that field because I look at it as a way to pretty much empower people within our community, because there's a lot of people, young people, that have great ideas, you know, passion, but they don't really have an outlet for it. And, you know, to be able to help facilitate that for them and give them a website and, you know, give them the tools to promote themselves is really, you know, why I love what I do. So, you know, working on this site, it was a great opportunity just to grow and to, you know, of course, like she mentioned, the products and, you know, get the merchandising and everything like that out. But, you know, I'm always looking to grow in partnership. And I think, you know, when you provide a good service and you, you know, just give people what they're looking for, your reputation kind of precedes you from there. So I've been blessed to have a majority of my business just through referrals, you know, word of mouth. But I always look at ways of how I can continue to do what I do, maybe reach more people, especially with everything that's been going on, with the political aspect of it, within COVID, just with our young people. I think giving them a voice is more important, now than ever. So that's a little bit about me. I do web design, graphic design, marketing, email marketing, and anything you can kind of think of in a branding perspective is what I like to specialize in. So, I'm always looking to network and to grow.
Yeah, now I want to chime in there because as you see, we have two young, brilliant minds, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. I'm big on working with young people, supporting especially when they're going in the business world. I encourage that. So you see what we have here. This is just two of the members of people who've been affiliated with the organization who I've mentored and worked with and I've had the pleasure working with. We have a plethora of young people that we've touched their lives and transformed their homes. Basically, we have photos by Rafi, another amazing young man that does photos and can do video shoots. I mean, just absolutely amazing. We have a young lady that bakes. I mean, she does some stuff. I had a bake-off. She won hands down. I mean, the food is amazing. We have young people that we teach them how to open a business, how to run a business, how to market a business, how to do their own business. So those are just some of the things. And we have young people at FSU. We got Jaquan on there now, but we have some young people. I have at FSU. I have some at Howard. I'm proud to say I got some young people that I've touched their lives and come through the program that they've gone on, and they're very successful. They're doing some great things to the point where they're so busy they couldn't even be on the call today. But that's a beautiful thing. They're learning from me. They learning from me because I'm always hustling. I'm always grinding. They watch me. That's why I make sure I'm doing the right thing out there, because I know my young people are watching me, and I'm just getting them ready for this world. And they're doing some amazing things. So pretty soon I'll be able to sit down and say, I'm in good hands. Any questions for Jaquan before I try to close this thing out? Any questions for Jaquan? Make sure you put your information out there in the chat so we can,
Oh, I was just about to say that. Can you put his information on the chat?
Okay.
Sure. Putting it right now for anybody that needs it.
Yeah, definitely.
So feel free to reach out to me as well. I'm always looking to work, even if you have an existing website, I do management, or also if you're looking to build a site, if you're looking at anything graphics related, I do that as well. Or if you just have an idea, I'm open to new things. I think for me, I like to challenge myself. So, and Miss Shannon, she knows, because we had to think outside of the box with the site, but it creates some great ideas when you do. So I'm putting that information right now.
All right.
Okay, listen, Joseph has been really active on the chat box.
Yeah.
See, I know it's gonna pop up on everybody's screen, but Joseph asked Kiera what started her to writing, and she said that what led her to write was that when she was the only child, and that was a way to express her feelings through words. And Joseph was saying, are you writing any other books? She said she was, and she's doing poetry books. And Joseph came up with a really good idea for her. He said, why don't you at least think about a Zoom storybook format? And of course, Kiera said that's a pretty good idea. And so and so she put her information in the chat box. Please get that. She's a podcaster, and she's on Spotify and Anchor. And let's see, I'm just trying to capsulize this thing right here. Okay, I see the website design that you just put in, very good. Somebody put the publisher in there. So make sure you get all this information, because you're getting some great information. Now, let me just share this with you guys. I also have a podcast. I do a lot of interviewing with people. So if you want to promote yourself, I'm not trying to step on your toes, Mr. Peterson, but I've done this a lot longer than you, sir. So you know, I tell folks you ain't live long as I live to go ahead and do this here. But we can collaborate, and that's what this is all about. So please, I'll give you. You know what? You all are connected. You know what? Let's do this. Write my email address down, and I will, and just call me, and just let me know who you are and that we were on this format, and I will get with you, and we will go ahead and do some things that might put another spin on things for you. All right. So my email address is T as in Tango. I'm just trying to do it so you won't have to do it that way. TGW314@gmail.com. Tango Golf Whiskey. T. Gerard Williams. Tango Golf Whiskey at 314@gmail.com. TGW314@gmail.com. Okay? Hit me up and we'll go ahead and do some things. I like the marketing idea you're doing with the email marketing. I got some marketing for you. That you like SMS. Okay? All right. Yeah. This was a good night to be on the call. Everything was excellent.
This is good night. Good night. Always a good night. But I'm really happy. I get hyped.
Yeah, but see when you get the young people involved like you're doing, see, and on the other end of the spectrum, you're doing the seniors, and then you tag in with the CBD community.
Yeah.
And so you see, you got the complete package right here.
That's it. One. That's
All
it.
right. I'm through, so I'm going to let Shannon go ahead and close out.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening in, and those that participated and shared your information. Once again, it's me, your girl, Shannon Campbell, all day, every day. This is what I do. This is what I bring to the table. All I need is for a seat at the table. Yes, I am a candidate for the City of Miami Gardens Council seat number 1. All I need is your vote. My people, come together. You see, I'm with the young people. I got connections with the right people, doctors, whether it's about what's going on with the pandemic, whether it's going on with our mental health, whether it's COVID, law enforcement, what's going on with the police and dealing with Black lives. So as you can see, I bring a lot to the table, and I have not just started doing this. I've built relationships with people, and that's what it's all about. So make sure you're making the right choice, and I am the right choice and the right voice, because I am a people person, hands down. My website is scampbell2020.com. Reach out to me there. You can send me an email and all of that at scampbellcampaign@gmail.com. My contact is 938-9038. Okay, but email me is the best way to get me, because like Kiara said earlier, I'm always on the go. 305-793-9038, but I'm on the go. So the best way to email me, because I do check my emails on a daily basis. Thank you to everyone. Be safe, and let's go. That's all I got to say today. Let's go.
Before we go, Joseph has been really busy in the chat box, but I want to hear if he has anything to say to add to the information tonight. Joseph, you're on the spot, brother.
Yeah, he on fire today.
Yeah.
Go to that website too, ybminds.com. Now check that website out.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Joe.
Can anybody hear me?
Everybody hear you, man.
Well, first of all, I must give my thanks to Shannon, because I started with her a long time ago with YBM Plus. Her dad was my mentor when I was on the police department. And I was introduced to Mr. Peterson, so he got me started with my website and on my Facebook because of my business, OG Photography, and Your Cup of Mine. But we got to do some upgrades because we've been running some problems, so I got to get with him. Mr. Williams, I think I know you from the Crime Watchers, I believe, right?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am.
I know that. There you go. I thought so. See, you a familiar face.
Okay.
And,
I can't see your face because you got it, you know.
You got the camera on.
behind your name, you know. But we good.
Yeah, I sat in on some of the boards with you and Francis, Mr. Ragu, and Raymond,
Right.
You're the pastor, right?
I am indeed. I am.
Yeah, I thought so. Miss Kiera, we got a lot to do because we got to get our kids back on the educational side with books. But what I found out and what we've done with the several people that we need to bring our kids into the world of what we call comics. We need to bring them into other things. People who don't look like us, man, they are exploiting that market. That is a big, big market. Mr. Peterson, I know he knows a market that we are not exploiting. So with Shannon and the doctor, Miss Brinson, we need to get these kids to understand that the world is not just here in Miami Gardens, but we have to get them to understand, like Shannon's try to do with business, how to expand their minds and go beyond that. And we have a great bunch of people, but they got to understand, you young people, how to do it, because when they fail, like my son was saying today, they just fall off. Well, you got to teach them how to keep going. So I really appreciate this. Shannon, I'm sorry I missed the first one, but I'm glad I didn't miss this one.
I will say this, Joe, to piggyback on what you just said, my grandma used to always say, just because you fall down there in the dirt, in the mud, you ain't got to stay down there. And I close with that. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
All right. Thank you all for your being here. You've been a blessing. Hopefully this has been a blessing to you as well. And as always, we'll see you next week, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.